Hello everyone, welcome back to Open Place Hoi4 with the La Résistance DLC, playing Portugal once again. You know, I honestly don't know where I want to take this series at the moment, just because I had a good ending spot, the destruction of the German Reich, but the United Kingdom keeps kicking me out of the faction. So if I can't be in the faction, I can't contribute to the war, and at which point we're just waiting for the German Reich to end by their own natural means. And I can't really help out as much. You, keep it home so we don't waste planes for nothing. Poland, sure, yeah, yada yada yada. These guys are screwed, but we're going to do that anyway. So honestly, I don't know. If I'll try joining the Allies once again. And if I get kicked out again, so be it. This might just be the last episode. But let's see. Non-aggression pact. Yes, please. Ask for cancel their military access. Ask for document rights. Ask to join factions because I've caused too much pain in the world for them. Sure, the Soviets are over here and they're somewhat allies. I've been having an idea floating around about how there should be interactions between factions because, you know, the faction is basically the most important political grouping that this game has. So for you to be denied an alliance, it means that you basically don't get any support from people who are outside your alliance. Outdated, blah, blah, blah. I'm building a lot more convoys because our main supply issue right now is coming from lack of convoys. Yeah. Outdated, blah, 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 blah. Naval bombers. Interwar bomber, please. That is tactical bomber. And then did I really never build anything else? Okay. Naval bomber. Carrier fighter? I think I already built that. It's been a while, been dealing with some things in my own personal life. For one thing, back to the idea I was having. So, back in the day, when the game originally released, the German Reich would have Japan join in its faction. Japan would join the Axis, and that caused a problem where you would, as an allied player, as a combatant player, in order to make the Germans actually capitulate, you had to go and defeat the Japanese. The war would not end until the Japanese were defeated. Historically, that doesn't make any sense because Germany did capitulate before Japan. It's very, very important to the history of the situation that is how that happened. But so they made a change where Japan gets its own faction, but now Japan has the greater East Asian co-prosperity sphere, which means that there's not a lot of interplay between the two, because the reason why we consider Japan to have been a part of the Axis, and I know there's a train in the background, don't bother me, train. The reason why we consider Japan to be a part of the Axis is because they basically considered themselves to be a part of the Axis. Sure, they also had the East Asian co-prosperity sphere, but they were a signature of the Tripartite Pact, which was basically the signing document of the Axis. They got, like, Legionary Romania to sign it, they got Bulgaria to sign it, Hungary, whatnot. If you were part of the Axis, then you had signed the Tripartite Pact, even though the tri in the Tripartite Pact is Germany, Italy, Japan. So between all these, I honestly wouldn't have considered that a win. I had lost one of my ships and they lost a convoy. So it'd be nice if between factions you could have like a supra faction where you get basically all of the benefits of one faction or another, but you things like being able to send, like transfer provinces, for example, the ability to host airplanes inside of their airports. Because even though I might have military access with England, I can't send any of my planes to England, meaning I can't use any of my planes in like the battle for Belgium or anything, because they're outside of my range. Stuff like that. Pretty normal stuff. You, take that, take that. Yada, 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 yada. We can go after the communist threat. We can recover the East Indies. Probably not going to happen. Let's be honest. Probably not going to happen. Down here, Yeah, don't lose all my stuff, please, mister. Let's see, they have military access through my territory, but sure, everyone can have military access. I don't. Oh crap! They went and took Angola. That's supposed to be Enosa. My inability to affect the world situation is getting on my nerves. Dang it, Britain. Why you gotta be like this? Why you gotta be so rude? I can ask for your military access. Yeah, I can ask for military access, but I can't station any troops there. And, in general, I'm pretty sure that with this much distraction, the Germans would eventually just lose out through a long and bloody conflict against the Soviets. Because even if they win over here, you've already taken Angola. It's fine. I don't care. You, boop. I would mostly be defending the coast at that point. So no, not really an important idea. You just do something like that. Next idea I was having. Because in this moment where we're not doing anything, it is a good time to, at the very least, talk about ideas I'm having. Because, like, I would like to make these things into videos, but honestly, I am just overworked. I'm getting a day off tomorrow. That's the good thing. I'm getting a day off tomorrow. I've worked all through the weekends. Usually I don't work 8-hour days. Usually they don't have enough hours to give me a full 8-hour days. I've been working nothing but 8-hour days. And one of my coworkers called out sick, and she's getting tested for coronavirus. So I covered her shift this morning, and I'll be covering her shift again on Wednesday. Although, when this comes out, it'll come out on a Tuesday, so yeah, maybe I'll know what is happening by then. Japan is absolutely conquering the world. Back to the idea of, enough about personal lives and personal issues, back to the idea of super factions. There's also, in addition to Japan being considered a part of the Axis, there's also the consideration of China and the Soviets as being a part of the Allies. Like, you'll usually hear that, specifically the fact that China was fighting against the Japanese and the Soviets were fighting against the Germans, even though the Soviets were not fighting against the Japanese up until the very end of the war when they invaded Manchuria, and the fact that the Chinese were not fighting the Germans. So they're not exactly a part of the Allies, but they were, in a literal sense, wartime allies because they were fighting a common enemy. So what you would see was a lot of aid, mostly, not usually personnel. I don't think there's any particular instances of personnel being sent back and forth between these areas. I can think of a lot of volunteer forces, specifically like the Flying Tigers in China, but that was unofficial, and because of the what's it called? The Non-Intervention Act or something? What was it? The Neutrality Act, wasn't it? Yeah, Neutrality Act. Because of the Neutrality Act, you weren't legally allowed to be a part of those forces, but they were anyway. Same with the, what was it, the George Washington Flag Corps or something that went and flew with Britain during the early days of the war before America came in. So yeah, what you would see is in these factions, they would be dealing with their own problems, but they would be considered a part of the Allies, and they would be receiving like British aid through British India and the Burma Road. The Soviets were receiving a very large amount of Lend-Lease aid from America coming up through here and landing in Murmansk as St. Petersburg. No, it is St. Petersburg, but it's called Leningrad in this time period. It was under siege, so they couldn't go through the Baltic, so they went up north to the White Sea. Probably something in... No, you couldn't go through Vladivostok because the Japanese were here, so they had to go up and around here, and there was a lot of German raiding in the North Sea trying to prevent that. A lot of these things. It would also just in general kind of help, especially in the non-historical aspect, because I could create my own faction, but it would mean literally nothing to me. I could create a faction with my Nationalist Spain puppet, but it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't help me even. It would actively hurt me. Sure, thank you. Now let's see how long it takes for you to kick me out again. See, now we're getting all this information. We have a bunch more convoys. I can get my fuel in again and whatnot. I can get all my stuff in. I can finally build the stuff that I need. Yeah, that kind of thing. But you know, this is a good opportunity. Japan is absolutely crushing it against everyone else. And Soviet Union has... When did Soviet Union attack Japan? I don't remember this. I don't remember this situation, but it is definitely drawing out the Japanese. Also, the Japanese... Foreign claims Japanese Papua. Why do they always form Japanese Papua, but they never give it Papua? I don't understand that part. Or is... Yeah, that's not Japanese Papua, it's owned by Japan. Philippines has capitulated. Sooner or later, Honolulu will be up next. They've already taken Midway. Oops. And my territories are under threat. Although, am I at war with you? I'm probably in here somewhere. I'm probably at war with you. I don't care if I'm with you or not. I don't be caring about that one bit. I do not be caring. I'm no Karen. I'm a Chad. I'm Chad Worthington. You attack as we now can. Miss me with that. You off the line, on the line. Oh, the line. Ba ba da ba ba. Love isn't always on time. Ba da da da. Just waiting for me to get kicked out of the alliance again, and then all my troops are gonna be put in a situation where we can't. Even if I send an attaché, you will calm the fuck down, improve relations continuously. Like, we're in the war together. Just calm your tits. Just calm your tits, Churchill. You don't have to do nothing crazy. Towed anti-air, naval bomber. I replaced it with the wrong thing. Naval bomber 2. Naval bombing boogaloo. My chickens. Oh yeah, good news. One of my chickens has gone broody. We have her over on the eggs inside of my horse barn. I'm hoping in like, I don't know, month or so, we're gonna have more chicks. Last time we had chicks in the middle of winter. That was this year. Only 4 inevitably survived, but you know, first time. First time, I'm not very good at this. Hey, you, god effing damn it. Get back there and give me my mojo. How dare you take over a part of my country? See what you did? See what you made me do? You left all of your forces in one location, but now we can attack. Hippotech, he attack. Most importantly, we're gonna get Angola back. Now, how are things going along the lines? Ba-na-na-na, love isn't always on time. You extend yourself like a fine line. Oh, if we can take that province, we'll be able to cut off a little bit of their army. Nice. Yeah, I would say German Reich is probably in its last stages. It seems to me. Now the line against the Soviets hasn't. Oh no, we are at Prussia, boys. We are at Prussia. We got troops over here. We can see into Riga. These are some dark times. Warsaw is right there. France is mostly reconnoitered. Fun word, reconnoiter. All of southern Italy's been taken. Good, 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 good. You take back what is mine. For fun, I might just give myself the pink map using the instant transfer tool because I can. And what are you going to do to stop me? You. Attacking all at once might be a bad decision. Let's look at our supplies. Yeah, it's mostly the Larnac region. What is this? Larnac, Midi-Pyrénées. That's all good. It's all good. 1943 for some night vision goggles. That was probably not night vision goggles. Probably something else. You war bonds, anti-fascist. Every time I see anti-fascist, I think anti-racist, and then I think of a recent Reddit post by Gukpa. If you remember Gukpa, he makes Brazilian marching videos, or It's been a while since I checked out his channel. Either way, he used to be a subscriber and a commentator. He used to comment a lot in my videos. I saw him post a meme to the specifically. No, why don't I remember it? The Kaiserreich subreddit, where he's like, they will learn our anti-racist ways by force. It was that meme with Bender. You go down to a careful execution of your battle plans. You're kind of just throwing yourself at mountains, ain't ya? So how about you go onto these mountains over here and attack from there? Indeed, a Rooney Tooney. You yeet. Although you can stay in this area. Keep looking after those. Also, hey, they've made a pretty good progress in retaking some of this. Also, the dang old Peruvians. The Peruvians have come against us. Ireland's joined the Allies. Now just let me stay in the Allies and we won't have a problem here, right, mister? Not really much of a reason to build more divisions. If we can beat Vichy France. Meanwhile, we're already into Germany proper, in Strasbourg. And over here, East Prussia's already been taken, in Emred Masrin. Looks like they're down to the Galicia area. But somehow they've been able to push back in Romania, like they were down to Bucharest before. And inside of here, you, okay fine, just take over the whole line. Go away, boop. Hold the whole line. Didn't you have more guys before? I think that's always the perennial problem with you. Let's see, do I already have the claims on... Yeah, Latin America. Indeed I do's, indeed I do's. So... could I attack you? I could, I have a war against them. So, Venezuela and Peru could be attacked in order to keep their volunteers away. You? Not so much. It's mostly Venezuela, Peru, and I'm assuming El Salvador. No, not even El Salvador. What about Haiti? No? No, it's Dominican Republic. Right, they're the fascist ones. Always point the finger at the next guy. You, land doctrines, you might as well. You'll love to see it. Meanwhile... it's good. See, this is what happens when you just let the Portuguese do what they want. You get your free France. You know, this is, you could have had it all, Britain, but you were rolling in the deep. Meanwhile, we've already passed the. Yeah, we're past them. If you could just take over to Mulhouse, everything inside of France would just be taken over and destroyed. Meanwhile, there's also an invasion coming through from Albania. A reconquest. Did we even lose this area? I think it came from Greece, even though most of Greece has been taken. But they own Epirus, and they shall fight on. Yep, there we go. Kicked from faction once again. Big sad, big sad. Fine, 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 fine. Take up the usual positions, boys. Take up the usual positions. We'll just watch as things... Let's make sure we don't get completely cut off here. You all... Yeah, right there. Defensive positions! You guys can't leave. You are getting out of there. You are getting out of there. Good. You're all good. You're all fine. Fine and dandy. Don't want to join the Comintern. You guys just get out of there. Mellow out. We got time until they let us join again. You know, it's the cycle. They kick us out. We have to come back in. Might as well get some experience while we're here. Might as well get some motorized from our puppet. Do you have anything yet? You have a couple units. But you know what? Even if we don't, we still have the player-led peace deal mod. So take that, buddy. Take that, buckaroo. A buckaroony-toony. We're probably close enough to the end of the game, because I'll just end it when German Reich falls. I don't care too much about Japan. Don't care too much about Japan taking over all of India. Don't care too much about, Don't care too much about Italy taking over all of Africa, but that won't really matter when you fall, will it? Was Liberia defeated? No, Liberia stands strong. The strongest nation in the whole of the world. Now then, an extra long video. It's already at 20 minutes. Well, if I end it here. There's Warsaw. So I'm pretty sure the good old Soviet boys should be at Berlin in maybe a year. It's 1944 right now. Vichy holding out. You got some pockets here. Oh, they might make it to La Rochelle and be able to escape there, the Germans. German Reich, you've lost most of your territory. You've lost most of your fighting ability. The fall of Pearl Harbor. Still have 2 to 3 million manpower in backstock, but what's good is that if you cannot hold it? The Spaniards! My god, the Spaniards. Coming to the aid of our people. Now they've taken La Spiessa, so you just get in there. Just get in there, buddy. And then we need to make sure we look after the Tyrion Sea. Tyrion Lannister Sea, to make sure that we don't die over there. If we can get a solid foothold, because they're already at La Spiessa. That's the Army of Africa. Absolute mad lads in the Army of Africa. We're coming, boys, but you just need to hold on to La Spiessa. Coming through in a pinch. And how's our looking? Yeah, see, now this is what we're talking about. This is what I like to see. Send over the boys. You know what? You honestly might even... You, take there, take that way. Because we have pretty strong troops. Do you mind the cough? Yeah, dish. Yeah, now this is what I like to see. Start the attack onward. And here I was wondering if the Spaniards even knew how to fight. Now they're taking over Spanish Tuscany. You're retreating though, strangely enough. You take to Milan. Just go ham. And then we have... Yeah, I think we're honestly just fine to bring in the entire army. What happened to you? Get back in there. You, get ready to your line, and then you just bring that in there for like a defense force. Because yeah, they'll put in some troops. But what are they really going to be doing about it, huh? What are they really going to be doing about it, huh? Yeah? Yeah? You voted no? I've taken up to there. Take Milan. Ménage à toi. Take that way. Oh, I love it. Having a good time, having a good time. It's not 245, so you might as well. We could take some construction. I don't even know what I'm constructing. I don't even care what I'm constructing. We're not in a post-scarcity world, but you might as well be. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it as the name of the game. You attack this way. Also, go ahead and go medium attack plans, boys. Attack where you can. They are too weak to really stop us. The Brits will take over some more. Where the combined Portuguese-Spanish alliance. We might as well just make it official. Create faction. The faction shall be Fuck You Britain. Yes, okay, there you go. The dawn of Fuck You Britain. Yes, indeed. There, you gotta stay classy. That's the thing that they don't teach you. You gotta stay classy. We're making a good headway here. You give me all your money. Give me all your money. Just give me all your money. What else? Hydroelectricity, of course, naturally. And down in Africa, namna, waka waka, This time for Africa. You're doing the Lord's work. You, go cut this guy off. Go cut this joker off before he takes my port. You attack through Rhodesia. All Rhodesians will fight through thick and thin. We're taking Milan. Oh, we're taking Milan. You think you can stop us, but we're taking Milan. Get right in the border of Milan and get in there. Get in there. Anything else? We can take anti-tank guns. I'm not even worried. I'm not even building those. But we can just get some better ones. Why not? What's going to stop us, huh? What's going to stop us? The government? They're not going to stop us. They don't even know what we're working on. You don't worry about that. Okay. Here's the battle plan. You march forward. And you... Screw your military access. Screw you. I don't like you. Go away. As the name implies, fuck you, Britain. That is what we're about. That is all we desire in this world. That's all we care about. You know, you could have had it all. You're rolling in the deep. You know? That's how it happens. Sometimes it's just how it goes down, you know? You attack that way. You go there. You take that. Lingoe, a lingoe, a lingoe, a lingoe, a lingoe. Take Salisbury, a lingoe. Beep, beep. In the lingoe, a mighty lingoe, that lingoe, there is sleep tonight. You gotta stop him there. You, I want you up here to take there. Thank you, goodbye. The Yunnan clique has capitulated. Meanwhile, Milano, a Bologna, a communism, it's a me, a communism. Get in there, cross that river. We'll cross that river when we get there. Something got overrun. I don't know what it was. Don't really care what it was. Your lives mean nothing to me, computer man. Hey. Fuck you, Britain. Fuck you. How dare you take everything from me. Oh, Switzerland even joined the Allies. How dare you take everything from me. I will take everything from you. You pin. Just go this way. You just go this way. Just go that way. Go that way, in fact. Big ol' rotating circus. The circus McGurkus. Go that way. You take Turin. You, of course, yes, our one chance of victory. To take Venice through the Snick. The Snick is very important to us. But with Italy out of the war, except for seemingly some of their troops down here in Africa, Waka Waka, hey hey. I wonder, how long do the Germans got this? Because they have the French right there. They got the Soviets charging their way through. They're reaching Danzig or Khor. And we don't really need to be. I'm not even supposed to be here. You might as well get over here and start pushing your way into Vichy France. There's not a lot else for us to do. We can take Ancano, I guess. Not a lot. China has capitulated and Japan has taken in a war goal. You get rid of that line, that line, that line, that line, and this line, and this line, and that line, and that line, and this line, and this line. And some of you be saying, I don't have anything to do now. Well, that sounds like a you problem. Let's get right on there, and push in right on to here. This game is so much nicer when you don't have allies to please. You take out to Ancano, thank you, goodbye. Goodbye! Over here, you know we got those cutoffs. It is all we do in our lives, in our daily lives. I would like to take over Salisbury, the most important area in Rhodesia. Whether or not we fight through thick and thin to get it, does not matter to me. You attack that way, you attack yep. Yeppers. And then the whole of Africa lay open. To the point where I'm actually considering sending over the boys. The boys with the power. What power? The power of voodoo. I'm just not going to commit to that joke, because that joke is not that funny and I don't remember the lyrics. Dance, magic, dance. Dance, magic, dance. Dance, magic, dance. Shansha. You dance the magic dance, Shansha. I'm going insane, but it is nice to play some video juegos for a little bit. Even if we are 30 minutes in, could have made this into several other videos. And you know what? Germany is actually not looking like it's going to capitulate anytime soon, so I suppose this is not the end. It's just the beginning of the end. With that, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!